Alaska? Yeah.
これでいいのかもしれない。
それでは日米両国の親善と発展を願い乾杯。
本日のメニューはすべてこのプラントで合成された素材を調理したものでございます。皆様ふるってお召し上がりください。
すごいです。こんなにいっぱい食べ物が並んでるのは初めて見ました。これは迫力がありますね。にくいわね。食後のデザートまで用意してるじゃない。
Would you look at that? It's like a modern day Manchuhan feast. The production plant ain't messing around, that's for sure. Step aside, Germany. Imperial science is the best in the world these days. That sounds far less impressive when there's only 4 countries total, but it's the thought that counts. Anyway, this is how life should be. Eating gruel 3 times a day is enough to drive anyone mad.
なんか罪悪感を覚えるわよね。つい何ヶ月か前までは明日をも知れない生活してたっていうのに。そうですね。
I wish I could have brought some Tupperware.
何を言ってるんですか。
あ
でも今日は街中でも振る舞いの品を配給するって言ってましたし、持って帰ってもいいんじゃないでしょうか。タッパーどっかに落ちてないですかね。狼注意に持って行ってあげたいです。貧乏くじ引いたんだっけ。そうなんですよ。こんな日に基地内待機当番だなんてついてないですよね。
Well, the magnetic storm's getting stronger. Some things had to give. Hang on, maybe we could use napkins to make some kind of doggy bag? That'd work, right?
いけそうな気がします。待って、余ったら交渉してみますから。
No.
そう、まずは今を楽しまなくちゃね。では、いただきます。私も。
Oh. It's our duty to spare the next generation from living through the same horrors we experienced. That's why we fight. Every last one of us.
ねえ、これ合成よね。そうですね。独特の本物じゃない感がありますし、第一このイベントで合成食材以外のものを出すことはありえないと思いますよ。
There's some fuckery going on?
そうよね。
Oh, sounds like there's some fuckery going on.
エレンちゃん、どうしたの？え？合成食材なんてとうの昔に食べ慣れたと思ってたんだけどね。
So?
なんかすっごく美味しくない？はい、とっても美味しいです。
Don't forget that Her Highness will be in attendance. If I were one of the chefs, I'd be bust my ass to prepare something special for her.
調理技術もそうかもしれないけど、間違いなくこれは素材レベルで味が違うわ。あ、聞いたことあります。国連軍管轄のプラントで生産された合成食材よりも帝国管轄のプラントで作られたものの方が美味しいって。
Jesus.
それよ、きっとそれだわ。なんか違うと思ってたのよね。ずるいわよ。なんで自分のとこだけ美味しくしてるのよ。そう言われても。
Thank the plant's workers. These guys are suckers for quality. They'll discard entire batches if they think it ain't good enough. God.
カナダにしてもアメリカにしても農業大国だったから合成食材には抵抗があるんじゃないかって思ってたんだけど、これなら嬉しい意見ですね。内陸部の開発も進んでいるようですし、これで土地や食料を与えてもらうだけだった状況から脱却できそうです。
You're right.
も
God damn it, Shisku.
今のはどうかね。いい写真が撮れたんじゃないか。
ええ、問題はないと思います。
そうか。じゃあ、明後日までに私のオフィスに頼むよ。
Then I'll take my leave.
立浪注意。これからもよろしく頼む。
Yes, sir. If you'll excuse me. Phew. Seriously, how many people has it been so far? Captain Kamaki told me to mingle with the VIPs throughout the night, but man, this is torture. The congressman I just met, I have no idea who he is. Couldn't tell you his name if you put a gun to my head. Then again, I'm one of the attractions today, and like I can say no to shaking a few hands.
立浪注意。
Walk in! Finally, a familiar voice.
先日の演習以来だな。
My apologies for not keeping in touch. I'm sorry you had to see such an embarrassing performance.
気にするな。小さなミスは大きな失敗の継承だ。意識して改善すればいいだけの話だ。
I'd love to name drop Major Jinguji somehow, but I don't know how I could do that without putting Major Walken in a tight spot. These two are partners in crime. This dude's an honest-to-God big shot in the United States Army. You gotta think about his position before I open my mouth. Major Jinguji should be part of this conversation, yet she's nowhere around here. Yes, sir. They'll be ready when the time comes. I can't count on him to willingly bring up Major Jinguji. Major Walken is also a politician. You can't get far in that line of work if you don't learn when to keep your mouth shut.
それでいい。実は先ほど殿下に拝謁するという栄誉を授かった。
Oh, are we gonna get an audience with the Shogun? With Her Highness? Congratulations? No, too obvious. What am I supposed to say? I suck ass at this.
いわゆる貴人と称される方と会話した機会がないわけではないが、あのお方が我々では到底考えの及ばない環境で育ったことが容易に想像できた。あれが貴様たちの言っていた伝統というものなのだな。
Thank you, sir. I'd never thought about it like that.
そういうものなのか。なるほど。常に意識して日々を過ごすことで伝統が日常にまで昇華されるということか。
Yes, that might be it. There are some subtle differences between our understandings, but who cares? We're chatting, not having a philosophical debate.
話は変わるが、この生産プラントは素晴らしいものだな。帝国の技術力には感心した。
Thanks for the kind words.
味もいい。これなら我が国にも受け入れられるだろう。もっとも原料の姿を想像すると少し戸惑ってしまうがな。
Yeah. Synthetic ingredients are made from freshwater flagellates. Think of amoebas and you'd be close. I was also pretty grossed out when I first found out.
いずれにせよ、この生産プラントが完成すれば、米日の関係が一層強化されるのは間違いあるまい。
That would be a welcome development. Major Jinguji's efforts would finally pay off.
この情勢下において、米日関係の重要度は増している。
Yes.
データだけではない。我々は後輩に人類という敵を抱えている。この現実に私たちは立ち向かわなければならない。
France fired the first shot, but it ain't so black and white.
あの時、東海岸にこの設備があれば。
France managed to relocate most of its civilian population to Canada before Operation Babylon was set in motion. Ironically, their success is one of the leading causes of this war. Because after Babylon went sideways, the French government was forced to take extreme measures to keep the population alive. I've come close to starving to death. Maybe that's why I can empathize with them a little. From my point of view, what the French government decided to do was completely rational. At the same time, it's because of them that so many of my friends had to die.
せんないことを言ってしまったな。
Not at all. As a matter of fact, I share your opinion, Major. This all could have been avoided if there was enough food for everyone.
冒険少佐。
シェルベリ注意か。どうかしたか。
いえ、少佐が立浪注意と話している姿が見えましたので、私も参加できればと。
Long time no see. Thanks for the other day. What's with her?
雰囲気が変わったわね。何かあったの？
Not really.
ふーん。そうは見えないけど。
Where would I even begin? Man, this chick's pretty perceptive.
知り合いだったのか。
先日の演習後に少々似たような経験をしたものとしてお話を。
なるほど。他国に地球を得るのは素晴らしいことだ。いざという時に頼りになる。
本当は神宮寺少佐にも挨拶をしたかったのだけど。
Oof. Just like that. After I've been racking my brains trying to divert the conversation towards the Major. I see. It's a shame she couldn't make it.
帝国は神宮寺少佐を一日でも早く現場に戻すべきだわ。
You dumbass. Read the mood, goddammit.
豪賢少佐もご自分の立場を気にされるのではなく、実利の面から訴えるべきです。それがシアトルを守っていく最善の手
Yeah,
段で
no,
ある。
see, Lilia doesn't give a fuck about reading the mood. She cares about getting what she wants. Alright. Oh, Lilia.
やれやれ。マリーンが手厳しいのは世界がこうなっても変わらないようだな。
ごまかさないでください、豪賢少佐。重要なことです。あれほどの傑物を遊ばせておく余裕などないはずです。
Except she's not. Lieutenant Shellberg.
何かしら。
Major Jinguji's talents are not going to waste. She's exactly where she needs to be.
そうとは思えない。あなたがそう思いたいだけなんじゃないの？
I'm not. Lieutenant, unlike me, you haven't actually met with Major Jinguji. Besides, I'm sure it's only a matter of time before she's back calling the shots. You're not the only one who wishes for a return. I'm sure the Major herself agrees with you. However, now is not the time. Isn't that right, Major Walken?
その通りだ。シェルベリ注意。時間だけが解決してくれる問題もあるということを覚えてくれ。
Yeah, see, Lily is not about patience. That's why I really fucking... She's like, I want this now. Let's do this. This, now, this, now. It's like...
了解。少佐と立浪注意を信じてみることにします。
Thank you.
さて、いささか長居しすぎた。他にも挨拶しておきたい。邪魔をしたな。また会おう。
Yes.
いずれまた。
Major Walken. Dude's still a goddamn mountain. Is it all the hamburgers in your average American's diet? Maybe it's because they eat real red meat by the truckload. Anyway, considering Major Walken's current position, I can see why he wouldn't exactly be eager to discuss Major Jinguji's case openly. Instead, it felt like he was trying to feel me out. Man, I just went out and parroted what Major Jinguji told me, and made it sound convincing. Looks like I'm getting the hang of this PR speak thing. I'm sure that she believes in the work she's doing. I don't think it's a waste of her talents, or that she's deluding herself. Heck, I definitely felt much better after my chat with the Major. Not only that, but I completely bought what she was selling. But whether or not that's the best position for someone as experienced as the Major, yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Maybe she's happy as a civil servant. I'm sure there's got to be some things only someone with her experience can do in that position. And yet, when I look at where she ended up from the perspective of someone who was in the right place at the right time, it just doesn't feel fair to me. I believe in the Major. That belief is what enabled me to start walking toward a better future. Fuck yeah. It's also what makes me wish she was in a position that utilized all of her potential, rather than some mid-level bureaucratic office. Whoops.
これは失礼しました。注意殿。よそ見をしておりました。
No worries. More importantly, do you need help or something? You're pretty much scouting the place from top to bottom.
実は人を探しておりました。帝国軍に所属しているエレン・エイス少尉なんですが。
I'm sorry?
このパーティーに参加していると聞いたのですが、ご存知ありませんか？
Ellen Ace? Yeah, I know her. She's in my team.
本当によかった。どこにいるかご存知ですか？
A friend? That's great. Let me see now. Reunion with an old acquaintance. Now that's one unusual situation these days. Good for Ellen. So where is she? Oh, right over there. Talk about convenient. Ellen! Second Lieutenant Ellen Ace!
何かご用ですか、注意。
Wow.
ミオナ少尉。 こちらの方は？
Huh? What's going on? Thought you two knew each other.
ごめんなさい。人違いだったようです。カナダの親友と同じ名前だったので、つい。
What? And that ain't her?
ええ。残念ながら。
Now I'm completely lost.
無論、今後も彼女の監視は継続する。そして、その役割は今後、貴様が務めることになる。いいな。
Don't tell me. No. No way. They can't be...
もしかしたら、手紙がそちらに届いたんじゃない？意味がわからなかったでしょ？ごめんなさい。
あなたアマンダ・バーキンじゃなくて、ニュージャージー出身の？
ええ、そうだけど。
やっぱりエレンから聞いてるわ。ガールスカウトで知り合ったっていう一生の親友さんでしょ？
What?
どういうことかしら。なぜ？
実は同姓同名の女性が舞台にいたの。よく間違われることから知り合いになってね。で、仲が良くなっていろいろ聞いたわけ。
Yeah, sure.
本当？
Yeah, what a coincidence.
すごいですね。そうだったの。私の友人のエレンがどうなったか知らないかしら。
ごめんなさい。一緒に宇宙に上がったけど、そこから先は私にもわからないわ。
そう。ごめんなさい。ご面倒をかけたわね。
こちらこそ期待を持たせてしまったみたいで。でもあなたに会えてよかったわ。いつもエレンはあなたのことを楽しそうに語っていたから。
そう。ありがとう。それじゃ。
Is Ellen Ace a common name?
そんなに多いとは思わないけど、珍しいこともあるものね。
ですね。
Weird coincidence, my ass.
やっぱり言っておくべきだったのかしら。でも話がいたずらに大きくなるのは嫌だったから。
So let me get it straight. By sheer coincidence, there was another Ellen Ace, a not so common name, in her exact same unit. Yeah, I'm finding it very, very hard to believe. And it's not like there's a list of UN Forces personnel floating around for us to check. On the other hand, Ellen is Canadian. I can see why she wouldn't want to call even more attention to herself.
確かにびっくりです。結果論ではありますが、報告すべきだったと思います。
Agreed. I understand how you feel, but I'll have to make a note of this. Sorry, I'm gonna need the full story tomorrow.
今じゃなくていいの？
Yeah, a day or two ain't gonna make much of a difference. The UN Forces personnel management database is woefully incomplete. Knowing there's no way of verifying her story makes this whole thing that much harder to swallow. No need to rush. Ain't like I'm looking forward to sticking my nose into your business. Ellen hasn't given me any reason at all to distrust her. No, it's more than that. I sincerely want to believe in her. Yeah, that goes back to that last diver story. If you read up on that, you'd understand what's going on there.
状況は？
順調だ。俺たちに何も問題はない。いや、
あとは時期嵐次第ね。
了解だ。
French?
今の。
Ichira! Oh fuck. Oh fuck, what's going down?
立浪響注意とは貴様のことか。
No freaking way. How many more times are we gonna have to do this whole song and dance number today? That's me, the world renowned Lieutenant Tatsunami Hibiki, ma'am. Kamio, right? The Imperial Royal Guard.
私は帝国近衛軍
Kamio, I
神
knew
尾辰巳少尉だ。歓談中すまないが私と同行してほしい。夕日殿下が貴様をお呼びだ。
Holy shit!
すごいです。夕日殿下が。
Her Highness is asking for me? Her Highness is aware that I exist? Dumbass, of course she is. My face is plastered all over the TV. Understood.
では参るぞ。
What
立浪注意をお連れしました。
I'm Lieutenant Tatsunami Hibiki, 1st Tactical Armored Regiment, 1st TSF Battalion, 17th Flight, stationed in Seattle, ma'am.
日本帝国国事全権代行征夷大将軍公務員雄飛殿下にあらせられる。
It's a pleasure to meet you. You have no idea how friggin' hyped I am right now. Who the fuck are you?
貴様、バカにしているのか？
Of course not. I would never.
良いではないですか、つくよみ。立浪注意、緊張せずとも良いのですよ。
You don't look like Tsukiyomi. I mean, I guess yeah, this is the first time we've seen Tsukiyomi in the Chronicles art style, so I guess it makes sense, but god, that doesn't look like Tsukiyomi. Yes, Your Highness. Easier said than done.
そなたの活躍は
I
耳
mean, I
にしてい
guess
ま
it
す。
is, but
まずは
hair
欧
looks
州
a
へ
lot
の派
bluer
遣任務
than the
大義であり
Tsukiyomi
ま
I
した。
know. Yes. Wait. I don't. Yes.
そなたたちの尽力は世界協調において日本帝国が果たすべき責務を十分に全うしたと言えましょう。そなたと、そしてそなたと共にかの地で任務に従事した者たちに心よりの感謝を。
Thank you.
そして職務に準じ、また未曾有の災害に遭い命を落とした者たちに謹んで哀悼の意を表します。
We don't deserve such praise. I'm sure your words will delight my brothers in arms who have left us. It was an honor to serve in the European Expeditionary Force. I wonder if I have the right to say that. I'm proud of my service, but some of us didn't particularly care for Europe. Plenty of the boys were vocal about how they would have rather stayed in Japan.
かの地で大解放に遭遇され、大変なご苦労をされたと聞いております。
Yes, Your Highness, you're correct. However, I don't believe we had any worse than the millions of people who were trying to evacuate Japan, including you, Your Highness. Our TSF carrier took extensive damage from the impact of the towering waves. Thankfully, the American forces were there to rescue us and deliver us to safety. As one of the last remaining members of the European dispatch, I humbly apologize for the loss of all of our equipment, TSFs, but for property of the Japanese people. My deepest apologies.
良いのです。そなたたちが生還できたことが何より寛容なのです。すべては
Thank you very much. There must have been a significant power shift in the government at the time. Her Highness would never have given the order to send a fighting force all the way to Europe under normal circumstances. Hell, I'm actually skipping ahead of myself. Did she even give the order in the first place? There's no way to know for sure. At least Her Highness's words of mourning seem genuine.
その後のそなたたちの献身がアメリカとの信頼関係育成の一助になっていることも聞いております。聞けば
We didn't make it the whole way. American forces rescued us and brought us to the finish line when we were close to Seattle. Apparently, we'd walked over 3,000 kilometers.
なんと、それは
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the support of my companion. Alone, I would have given up halfway through.
そなたたちの生還は久々に明るい知らせでした。そなたたちの勇気は疲れ切っていた人々の心に灯火を与えてくれました。中でも第7次シアトル防衛戦でのそなたの献身は筆舌しがたいものがございます。立浪注意。
Ah, I'm sorry.
どうされましたか？
Your Highness, I am honored and humbled by your kind words. However, if I may be so bold, I must respectfully decline.
何？それは一体どういうことでしょうか？よろしければ。
Well, I know Major Jinguji was insistent about me not worrying about her. It would be wrong for me to take all the credit. Her Highness speaks in the name of the nation. Being credited by her is like being credited by every single Japanese citizen.
何か事情がおありのようですが、申してください。殿下、それはお時間が迫っておりますし。よい。国を救った英雄がその立場を素直に受け入れられぬことは由々しき事態です。周囲の胸にわだかまる思いが何であるのか、 私は
注意申してみよ
Well, after I arrived at my post in Seattle, I served directly under Major Jinguji as the commander of the 17th Flight Special Duty Squad.
神宮寺少佐のお名前は私も
Is that so? Former IJMDF big shot here in Seattle? Of course she would be. With the deepest respect, we owe our success to the 7th let me start that over. With the deepest respect, we owe our success in the 7th Battle of Seattle to Major Jinguji, not me. I was only following her orders. Despite the people of Seattle quite literally owing their lives to the Major, she was removed from her position in the 1st Tactical Armored Regiment and demoted to a sinecure, I don't know that word, in the administrative office. Of course, Major Jinguji is not the kind of person who would openly lament the hand she was dealt, but I have to say her treatment does not sit right with me. She cared about Seattle more than anybody else. That's why she was the only one prepared to face such an unexpected crisis. Most of the honors I've been granted rightfully belong to her. It is a monumental loss for the Empire to have someone so talented delegated to a clerical position. Your Highness has the power to make things right. That's why I need to ask for a special favor. Oh, asking for favors. Ooh, Hibiki growing some balls, asking the big woman herself for the favor. I figured it was enough just to, bring up Marumo's name, be like, listen, if there's anyone who deserves credit, it's Marumo. Like, I understand that, but then be like, listen, I need you to fucking bend the rules a lot. Alright, you're Miss Powerful. Like, I'm the hero, right? Listen to me. Hey, grant me a favor. Whoo. Skill-me ain't gonna like that one. I know that I'm asking for something extraordinary, but I must. I humbly ask you to restore Major Jinguji's good name. Ooh, they don't like that. There goes nothing. They're like, you're making demands. Well, not demands, but you're asking favors of Her Highness. Yeah, I could tell this was a terrible idea. I even started to regret my words halfway through. I started to regret your words halfway through. There's no way in hell Her Highness is going to say yes, but she needed to hear it. Since nobody else was willing to say it, I had to do it. Yeah, I know Skill would like that one.
立浪注意。確認したいことがあります。
Yes.
そなたは何をもって神宮寺少佐の現在の仕事を官職だと申すのですか？
Well, because
少佐自身がそう申したのですか？
No. Not a word, actually. Rather, I got the feeling she thought her new job was well worth doing.
そうでありましょうね。そなたが申すように、少佐は自らの立場をそのように嘆く方ではありますまい。あの方はどのような苦境に立たされても、それを糧に道を切り開かんとする方。ましてや、今の仕事は少佐にとって今後の大きな道しるべになるものだと私は考えます。
Hang on. Her Highness knows what the Major's job is? How is that possible? She's the fucking Shogun. And Marumo's a very big name. Of course she'd know. And from the way Her Highness speaks, I get the feeling she knows the Major. I mean, on a personal level, not just from the news or whatever. I don't know about that one. Maybe the entire reason Major Jinguji was only demoted to a bureaucratic position is that Her Highness used her influence somehow? Nah, that'd be too much.
注意。そなたの悩みは私にもよく理解できます。分不相応な立場に置かれ注目を浴びる。さぞ身の置き場がないことでしょう。ですが、今ひとたびその思いと向き合ってみてはいかがですか？果たして己を卑下し続けることがそなたを含めたすべての者にとって価値あることと言えるかどうか。そなたが英雄と呼ばれるゆえん、それは必ずしも誤解ばかりではないと私は。
恐れながら殿下、さすがにもうお時間が。ご理解を。
そうですか。では立浪注意。これからのそなたの活躍に期待しておりますよ。
Yes, Your Highness.
下がってよいぞ。
If you'll excuse me.
次の予定は共和党のスコット議員、その次は国連安全保障理事会のグエン氏。それが終わりますと、
もうよい。10分の休憩がもらえる話はどうなっている？
ああ、先ほどの竜波注意との謁見が当初予定より大幅に。
なんだと？それを調整するのが貴様の仕事だろう。ただ詰め込むだけであれば子供にもできる。職務に対する誇りがまるで感じられませんね。
Fucking hearing the idiots just tear into someone, that's...
殿下は本日お体の調子が優れないと申し伝えていたはずだ。無理をして万が一途中退席などということになれば貴様の調査、そのような簡単なこともわからんのか？
申し訳ございません。
よい、つくよみ。そなたも気にせずともよい。
失礼いたしました。
エビス、スコット議員を。了解しました。担当官殿、参りましょう。
つくよみ。それより、例の話はどうなっていますか？
Things? What are things?
ご心配なく、万事予定通りです。あの者も忙しくしている
That man?
ようです。
Wait, that man?
そうでしょうね。あの者の性分でしょう。
それに加えて、いらぬおせっかいを焼こうとする鮮慮な者もおりますし。
Meddlesome individual?
そう申すでない。
殿下、休憩時間の圧迫は都合の良い状況です。どうかおこらえください。
ええ、案ずることはありません。
So there's some big figure and then there's a meddlesome individual. There's an important man, but then there's also an individual, meddlesome individual.
クリア。
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 これで下準備は完了ね。予定通り機体のステータス確認を。万一の場合は隠しておいた予備パーツを使用するわよ。
了解。しかしバカな連中だ。欲の皮を突っ張らせてこれだけのものを湾内で放置しているのだからな。
そうなるように仕向ける工作は手間だったと思うわ。自分以外は皆バカだと思う癖は改めて
考えるのくらい自由にさせろ。あのバカどもが自分より利口だと思うと死にたく。
立ち上がれ気高く前定めを受け出せ